Fortunately, I was able to fix them. It took more time than I was expecting, but guess what? It's working. So now it's time to start with the next game, which is Crash 3. This game starts when you complete the second game at 100%. And before I can start the run, I'm gonna make a little setup for this. And then it's gonna reset the cycles. I'm gonna be using this because if I reset the cycles, I'm gonna be using that on my side, so I can start the run on the second stage, which is under pressure. So I'm gonna do, before I can start the run, I need to make that Crash loses a life, and then I need to quit the game really and start a new one. Okay, start with the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. The first thing that I'm gonna be doing now that I have started with the timer is to deactivate the sound effects. The reason about this is because there are some cutscenes in the game that, depending on the amount of crystals that we have or the stages that we visit, we're gonna be having some cutscenes on a blue vortex as a background. We're gonna be watching Vortex and his allies, or we're gonna be watching Aku Aku talking to us. And if we deactivate the sound effects, all of those cutscenes are deactivated. I shouldn't have left that mask there, so I'm gonna be losing time grabbing the second mask on the game, well, on the stage, because here in the stage we have 2 masks, but we just catch the first one. We don't go for the additional one because it makes us lose time. And instead of Crash 2 and Crash 3, the masks are important because the speed doesn't get nerfed when you're on the visibility base. And we have a lot of sections where we're going to be using all of these on our side. Okay, I'll choke at this. Sorry, I forgot to do something with my timer. I'm gonna take some time to explain what is happening on a bit. Oh, this is bad. Damn, I missed the mask. This is bad. Can I reset my run? Oh my goodness, this is so bad. So I think I'm gonna be lacking from the invisibility on the first stage of the game, but well, never mind. Let's move to the third stage. Orion Express, which, well, on Crash 3 we're able now to play as Coco, which is Crash little sister, and she was introduced on the second game. Well, the mechanic with the movement is similar to Polar and Crash 2. The difference here is that well, you need to keep pressing the circle or R1 button to go faster, which is what am I doing. And each jump you make, it's gonna save you 1 frame. So every frame matters on a speedrun. And sometimes I can clip through the walls and into a roof like that. Let's see if I can get this thing. No, I failed this. I was trying to clip there to get the cuddle skip, which was skipping directly this animation. That saves 5 seconds, but it's a bit tricky to get sometimes. Now a boring stage, stage 5, which is 18 waves, I think, or Tails. I don't remember the name of the stages, sorry. And another stage where we're going to be playing as Coco. This is a boring stage because on this category you just need to keep pressing the cross button and just need to go straight, following the line, and that's everything. So I'm gonna use this to talk about a little bit the game. The category is any person item glitch, which is the intended any person rule without the item glitch, which is a glitch that exists on Crash 2 and 3. which is talking about the concept of Mario in Mario games, stomping a lot of enemies without touching the floor and increasing his the points that you are getting with him. Up to the point that you start to get lives, where the concept is similar, but instead of points, you start to get Wumpas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wumpas, and then you start to get 1-ups. You start to get extra lives. And there's a way that you can when you bounce on great boxes, those boxes never get destroyed, so the game counts as if you were stomping on enemies. So you've managed to find a way to abuse about that technique. You can get up to 200 jumps, and the game doesn't gonna know what to do, doesn't gonna know what to give to you, because you have run out of the amount of lives that the game was programmed to give to you. So it can give you a crystal, a gem, or a relic, and obviously that's not allowed on this category, so this is intended any person. Now moving to the first stage of the game, which is gonna be unfortunately slow because I messed it up on pressure and I haven't got the second mask. Here, what we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna get introduced into the main movement technique of this game. Instead of the neutral slide spin, like we have seen on Crash 2, we get something called neutral slide jump. The concept is the same. You slide, release the crash movement, and you press the jump button to keep the speed of the slide on the air. Because looks like Naughty Dog discovered the neutral slide spin and they decided to patch it for this game. And this is gonna be slow because the stage just has one mask and I don't have the visibility base. And I have lost the mask, interesting. Okay, it doesn't matter because I'm not used to play this section without the masks. Without the visibility, and obviously in this stage I'm not gonna get that, but it's gonna be important that I try to complete this warp room with both masks. If that's not the case, the route is gonna change, because your route depends a lot of the amount of masks that you have. So I haven't set my PB on Crash 3, that was 53 minutes and 43 seconds. My PB on Crash 3 is 51 minutes and 7 seconds. Now Boneyard, the last stage that we need to complete on this warp room, which is another chasing stage. And probably you're not gonna notice this really easy, comparing this with the neutral slide spin, about how far you can get from the dinosaur, because the dinosaur is also ridiculously fast. Because it's supposed that we are traveling a long time. Later on the run I'm gonna be talking about the history of this game. Okay, I am used to play this section without the invincibility phase, so that's good. As a backup, obviously, or a PB at time or something like that, this is not good entirely. I need to be a bit away from the grass because it slows down me, but I can perform some spins to destroy it. Also, this game, like a previous one, like Crash 2, introduced new mechanics that we're gonna be watching later on the run. Some power-ups that we're gonna be unlocking after we defeat each boss. But some of them are gonna be helpful, other ones not really. Okay, I am surprised about what happened there because I thought for a moment that the game was gonna make the Crash make a body slam. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. So let's move to Tiny Tiger, which is back again on this game, and we're gonna be watching an interesting glitch. First of all, I'm gonna skip the first cutscene really quick. The good thing of this is that from the beginning, the music doesn't start to get played until you die, and 5, 6, and 7 jumps from Tiny and you're done. If you keep on this corner, you're gonna avoid any damage that you can receive. This is basically a glitch. On Insane Trilogy, this was included in some way, but you need to keep walking. You don't want to receive damage. And if you do that, the public is gonna try to throw you slices of cheese. Considering that it's a good Easter egg where Vicarious Visions try to tell us that they know what we were doing on the original game. And there we go. Now I'm gonna unlock the Supercharged Body Slam, which is the same as the Body Slam but more powerful. Again, something useless, something that you don't use on this run. On the 105% you use it because there are some boxes that require the Super Body Slam to get destroyed. And now that I have finished this warp room with 2 masks, I'm gonna start on stage 7. Otherwise, I should have started on stage 6, which is the backup stage from this warp room. Wanna wait. Also, I mix sometimes my movements with the zigzagging. And again, masks help you to move a bit faster. This is important for the route. This is why you want to start this stage with 2 masks. I forgot to spin to don't jump there. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the cycle. Because I'm gonna wanna play stage 6 for now. I wanna keep it as a backup. And also, on any person item, which what I need to do is just to collect again all 25 crystals and bit cortex. Oh, it's stage 9, another stage where masks are important. In one of these stages, we have there's a mask that you can use as a backup. I don't remember if this was. I think that this was not, or probably yes. And also, you need to open some specific secret paths like on Crash 2 with the colored gems, plus the access for those stages or to get the alternative routes to get the gems requires that you do some time trials to get some relics. And also, thanks to the neutral slide jump, I can reach some away stuff like that platform that I don't need it to activate. Plus, also, like on Crash 2, the invincibility paste can freeze some cycles. The cycles keep running, for example, from those walls. They get freeze while you are on the visibility place. They keep running, but they don't do anything against you. And again, I need to activate that because the neutral light jump can help me here. I have this game more dominated than Crash 2. There was a time that I was better on Crash 2 than on Crash 3, but for some reason I started to play this game a lot. Which reason was, I don't know, if I'm honest. A Mike Knight run, another stage with Coco and with Pura. Fortunately, the last stage we're gonna be watching Pura. And also this is just a bit longer. There's another way to get the color skip here, but it's a bit complicated. It's more complicated. And also this stage, these are really good to gain 1-ups. I have missed a box with a 1-up. But it's fine. I don't used to die a lot on this game. And my PB is deathless. Let's go. And now I can go and play the backup stage, which is stage 6. The reason why this is a backup stage because this is one of the few stages where you can get 3 masks. well, yes, you can get 3 masks. One is here, the other one is on that gambling box. They're similar to the box that I was close to miss on the second stage, but I haven't got the mask I was looking for. And this is what I missed. And now the only stage that I haven't played, stage 8, Hawk Ride, and this is going to be the first motorbike stage from the run. The game has 4 in total, but on this run you just watch 3. Each of them is longer, but funny enough, the third motorbike stage is not so hard as the second one that we're going to be watching on the next walkthrough. The way that I achieved the crystal on this stage is trying to finish on first place. The way that I can go faster is if I find a speed boosting path like this and I keep on a wheel. It's gonna be the fastest way that I have to move. I'm gonna try to keep as small as I can. And for somebody like me, this is really pretty difficult. I wanna keep quiet. Okay, I messed up here, so I decided just to lose the speed. Because I should have went to the left, I forgot that. Okay, second try. Okay, this is the easiest one. But this is the way that you move faster in these stages. Now, Dingle Dial, a new boss in the game. And again, we're gonna be abusing from a non-intended mechanic, which is the high jump, which is basically a slide and then make and slide and then jump and spin at the same time. And you can save like 1 minute because you don't need to respect the correct way that you need to defeat Dingle Dial. Because here, first he's gonna try. Throw some fireballs around the stage on the section where Crash is, destroy these walls that we cannot reach with normal jumps. And once he starts to destroy the walls, we can get close to him and to make him spin and make him damage. That's everything. Now please ING. Let's pray in order that the game doesn't crash. It hasn't crashed to me on this stage yet, but there's a possibility. A tiny possibility, but fortunately it hasn't crashed the game. That's something that I used to see that happens commonly on 105%, which is the full competition of the game. On the 90% category side, I used to see this. But sometimes it happens. The game can crash or it can freeze for a bit when you start on this stage. A former world record has that freeze. And the reason why the game crashes is because the console has a lot of things that need to load. Oh damn, I have to do some mask. So I'm gonna change to the backup route. Fortunately, that was the only mask that this stage has, so I'm not worried about it. multitude. All those elements, the console can crash sometimes. That also happens on a PS1, but it's a low possibility. But at the same time, I used to see that mostly on the 105% category. But here I'm gonna go to stage 12, which is the backup stage, and well, Deep Trouble, the second, unfortunately, the last underwater stage, because these stages are awful. And that's the only mask that you get in the game. If you start the stage with 2 masks instead of the mask box, you're gonna get a question mark box that's gonna give to you 10 Wumpa Fruit. Because you cannot use invincibility mode underwater. And that's why this stage is the backup for this warp zone. And again, we need to remember that the masks play an important role on the route that you are gonna take on the game. This is why usually for this category the runners doesn't have an IL splits. They used to have splits per warp room. And I just have splits on the first and fifth world because the route that I follow is the same all the time. But the route can change on the warp rooms 2, 3, and 4. I should have received damage to the motorbike. But it's okay, it's okay. Now, stage 11, Dynamite. And again, the only mask that the stage has. Also, if you have put so much attention to Crash 2 about how does the game look and how does Crash 3 looks, you can notice that Crash 3 looks more fluid because we're playing on the American version. Again, in the PAL version, Crash moves faster than on the American release, but you will be wondering, why am I running Crash 3 on the American release if in the PAL version Crash moves faster? Well, it's simple enough. To start, the game was changed. Some stuff were changed on place, some enemies were swapped and added, the masks are on different spots. Basically, the PAL version is harder. Plus, there's another technique that requires that you need to do a slide spin mixed with a zigzag in order to move faster. And I have lost a mask again, but don't worry. It's fine, I don't like to use the invincibility base on the next stage. That I'm gonna be playing. Well, due to that, that's the reason why the PAL version is not played, because it's harder. Crash can move faster, but the movement technique is different. It's the zigzag slide spin. No, Stitch. On these stages, I don't used to use the invisibility base. And yeah, the soundtrack up. Crash series is really amazing. I prefer the Crash 2 soundtrack, but also Crash 3 soundtrack is good. Ooh. I just can jump here, I can press the cross button to jump over that genie, so I can a little amount of extra time, like a half a second. Not so much, but it helps. And here lies the crystal. Second mask. Oh, come on. And I forget to mention that when I have defeated Dingle Dial, I have unlocked the double jump and I had jumped on the wrong spot, so I hit a box. And mixing the neutral sled jump plus the double jumps, I can reach even more far away things. And I don't know why Crash decided to fall down there. Let's keep going. And the last stage that we need to complete on this warp, Road Crash. Stage 14, second stage where we have some motorbikes and the hardest one because there's a lot of enemies and obstacles, making them trying to avoid them doesn't get turned into an easy task. And I'm pretty sure that I have forgot to do something. But if I have forgot to do that, then it means that it's not something important. But guess what? It is. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, I missed the speed. I'm starting to guess that probably my PS1 controller is dying, because I'm using the digital PS1 controller, aka the no sticks controller. Because the analog sticks are slower in both Crash 2 and 3. And well, Crash 1 doesn't have analog stick support. Thanks for the good luck. Okay, Nefarious Trophy. This guy is the evil guy behind the time machine that I'm using, and I haven't explained this story of the game, right? I'm gonna go on the next walkthrough. And since I don't have any masks, this is gonna be bad because the masks are really required to start correctly the next walkthrough. So I'm gonna do some sacrifices. Okay, similar glitch to the first boss fight, but just the music gets delayed. I don't think that I need to explain what I need to do, you have seen that. And just to mention this, the Japanese release is also good to run. But the problem that it has is that each loading time is 0.3 seconds slower. Meaning that on this category, you're gonna lose 18 seconds. I used to play sometimes Japanese release just to practice, because I know that when I'm close to get a PB, that means that I have time to save. And then I switch to the American release and I get a PB. Okay, I have got a good combination with the 4. And now I unlock the tornado spin, which is an extended tornado. But at the same time, I can fly in the air, or I don't know if I can. I can define this as like if I were flying. Okay. Backup stages. And again, since this is just a stage where I just need to keep pressing the cross button, let's talk about the story of the game. As I've said before, this is the start when you finish Crash to the 100%. The Cortex Vortex gets destroyed, and one part of it falls into the air, where Uka Uka, the evil twin from Aku Aku, is a prisoner, and that makes that he gets free. And then he meets Neocortex, and he's mad with him because he sent orders to him to dominate the world, and he failed twice. And obviously Cortex was blaming to the bandicoots. But since Uka Uka now is free, he feels a bit pleased. So he feels generous, and now they get a new ally, the Farius Trophy, and now they're gonna use his time machine to travel around the world and time to get all the crystals, relics, and gems in order to use their power to dominate the world. And again, since we're the good guys, we need to use the machine first and get all those stuff before Neo and his allies can do that. And obviously, we're gonna get the bad ending in some way. And also something additional that I'm gonna mention once the run finishes. That also caused a little bit of controversy for the Crash Bandicoot fans and game developers. A way to smash a trophy? Makes sense, makes sense. Now I'm gonna sacrifice the stage 16, which is Sphinxinator, because some way there is stage 20. It is the important stage where you are gonna use spot masks. Yeah, the only mask of the stage was hidden between those boxes. I'm gonna be playing a bit safe. I'm gonna quit the stage. And please tell me that you're not gonna quit me my masks. Okay, it has to quit. I'm gonna quit the stage because I really need to get the masks. And we need to have them. So I'm not gonna make a sacrifice there. I can skip this section, but I don't want to do that just because I don't want to die and I want to keep the masks. All the sacrifices that I need to do just to be able to finish this with 2 masks. So this is the tornado spin that I got. And also an insane really that helps to increase your speed and get a better way to move. but we're focused on the PS1 version for now. Okay, I was scared. Te lavaste la cara y el mono, no te lavaste la cara y el mono, no. Okay, after that scary section, because again the game is dropping my inputs, I'm gonna wait here. I don't wanna take a risk. Because the game is dropping my inputs. And there we go. I was able to complete the stage with 2 masks. Now you're gonna see why it's very important. Probably Tomb Raider is the stage where it's the most important that you need to complete with both masks, because here we're gonna stop a cycle that is gonna save a good amount of time. It's really important, because you can see the water increasing and decreasing. That's the cycle that we're gonna be pausing on a bit. They're gonna be freezing. Because there's just one mask on this stage. And here lies the only mask of the stage. You're gonna see that now the water is not gonna increase, which is something really good. It's gonna be something that's gonna help to us to keep moving through the stage really quick. And I'm gonna wait for the water here. Now you're can make an idea about how much time you should lose if you let the water increase and decrease. Because in this section we're gonna be doing that. You're gonna be waiting until the water increase and decrease in order to keep moving. I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna do this a bit safe. I got stuck on the water, so I cannot skip directly into the next safe path. So it's gonna be time to wait. I can take a risk here and do this, and that was good. And, well, it's really annoying to complete this stage with no masks. Future Frenzy, stage 19. One of the two futuristic stages from the game. Again, just one mask. Let's see if I'm able to keep them. And guess what? This is one of the few times that I'm able to reach this point and to get the invincibility mask, so marathon log, yay! Again, the mask will help you to skip a lot of things. Honestly, I don't know, but in the hill there's a specific section for them. Because that water stage was so off. It really is so off. It's really annoying. And when you do runs, it's really important to try to keep the masks just for it. And there's just one stage that we haven't completed, stage 17, Bye Bye Blimps, and last stage where we're gonna be playing as Coco. So after this, we're gonna be ready to say her to tell her goodbye. And on this stage, there are 7 blimps that we need to destroy. Fortunately, its hitbox is ridiculously big, so that's not a big problem for me. And the flying guys makes you 1% of damage for each shoot they do. Funny enough, these stages are really easy on Insane Trilogy because the aiming keeps static. And also for some reason most of the enemies here fly directly to where am I shooting, so I can take them down really easy. I don't need to catch the other one up to get some health. But anyways. And also I'm not so worried if I receive damage. I can complete this without problems. And now, the real boss from all the game, Engine. Because again, Cortex is a joke. And sorry everybody, I lied. This is the last stage of where we're gonna be playing as Coco. So Engine has 2 phases. First is Robot 1 that we need to destroy him. But again, something that we shouldn't be so worried about it. Oh, that was bad! I'm gonna receive damage. It's fine. We can make it. I'm gonna play a bit safely, just the second phase. A bit, not so much. Is this live? No, this is Patrick. Now, second phase, I shouldn't have received damage. Okay, let's try that first. And on side, if it came, I'm gonna get the bazooka fruit. Okay, I have destroyed the 9 things from engine, so we are safe. There we go. Also, I think that this was the first game that I have to run on a RGL event on the Retrodome 2018, if I remember correctly. Now, Face Healer, Mad Bombers, probably the worst stage from the game. The concept is similar to Bye Bye Blimps, but we're gonna be destroying some 5 planes. You can say, okay, there are less. That shouldn't be a problem, right? Well, you're wrong, because the AI characters, the enemies, are more aggressive, and the planes have a reduced hitbox because you need to shoot to the motors in order to take them down, and there are 2 of them, so this gets turned into something slightly difficult. Sometimes I'm gonna be grabbing the health balloons. Here, those are really good. And I got distracted and I forgot the route that I needed to follow, so this is gonna be a bit random. And yes, I'm wasting a good amount of time because I forgot the route that I need to follow. Mostly I'm trying to get focus on taking down the other enemies, because they are so annoying. Where's the other plane? Yes, I never follow the arrow. And after I don't know how many centuries, we have completed this stage. Now a box light. A free mask stage, because we have 4. And since this stage also plays your masks, it's better that if you don't play this stage first, you need to play it at the last on the support room. But I prefer to play it first because it's annoying. And I'm gonna see if I use this mask as for damage boosting, because later I'm gonna have a stack of 3 boxes. They're gonna give me some masks, and I can do some damage boostings to freeze a little bit some cycles. Okay, never mind. I received damage late, so I wasn't able to freeze the cycle of that walls at the correct moment. And I was close to fall into that big hole. Fortunately, that hasn't happened. And I am listening that my dog is crying, so that's a signal that he's asking for food. So the next intermission I'm gonna need to do that. And yes, I have this thing. It's a slow, but I don't care. I used to do that even on my runs, just to be a bit safe, because this is the only mask that we're gonna be getting on the run while on the stage. Sorry about that, I need to do that corrections. And it doesn't matter that I received damage. The only stage that I haven't completed is the last racing stage, which is Orange Asphalt. And yes, lose the only mask that I was having. No, I'm lying. There's another stage, Flaming Passion, that I haven't played. But that stage doesn't have masks, so I don't care so much if that I have lost now. Obviously, that's gonna be bad, because if I receive damage, that's gonna mean that I'm gonna lose a life. But that shouldn't be an issue. And also, that stage, I like to call it Backup Face Killer. I'm really sorry if this offends somebody about what I'm gonna say, or if makes that somebody feels uncomfortable, but this stage, Flaming Passion, usually it's called in the community as Flaming Ass, because it's a hard stage, and again, it doesn't have masks. For some reason, Naughty Dog thought that it was gonna be a great idea to don't include masks on this stage. So I need to be a bit careful in some sections. And I'm gonna use the bazooka fruit on a bit. Or probably not, no, I don't need it. I'm gonna reach on time this section. Because I used to use it to defeat that enemy, but I got a good cycle. And now, the very last stage. I have this stage named as September 30, 99 on my splits, because that's the date where when Crash Team Racing was released on America, and that's the game time that we're gonna be watching after this. As I've said before, this stage is longer than the other racing stages, but it's not as hard as Road Crash. Okay, I messed it up a bit. Some stuff here. There we go. All 25 crystals has been achieved. Now it's time to face Cortex. And don't worry if we haven't got a Crash 1 run on this marathon, because basically the Neo Cortex on Crash 3 boss fight is similar. He's gonna be on he's gonna be on the air, and he's gonna be throwing some I forgot the name again. It wasn't Steam. It was some heat balls or something like that. I don't remember the name exactly. And that's the only flashback that we have from the Crush 1 boss fight. After that, he's gonna be he's gonna throw some mines, and his shield is gonna be deactivated, so we can hit him, and the middle of the stage is gonna get open, so we can throw him there. And also, we need to avoid the masks and fighting against each other. And the third phase, we're gonna be using the masks to destroy some mines and save a little amount of time. And also, the mines spawn is RNG based. Spawn is not the same, unfortunately. So that's the reason why I prefer to keep a bit away to see where the mines are gonna get spawned. But on this third phase, in this last phase, the masks are gonna go to the position where I am. So I'm gonna be using this on my favor to keep on a position where they can play some mines. I'm gonna keep here. And the time is gonna finish once I skip the text box from the speed boost that I'm gonna be unlocking for defeating Cortex. Come on, Cortex. Cortex, be nice. Okay. Time. And now we get the bad ending in some way. Just imagine Dr. Evil saying, "Bad ending." Yeah, because this is any person ending. And here, well, Cortex is gonna say that he cannot believe that he was defeated again, and probably he needs to take some vacations on the beach because he needs to get relaxed, and also he's having a big headache. And then Uka Uka tells to us that we haven't defeated them yet because we need to get the crystals and the gems. Well, the gems and the relics in order to defeat them. And obviously, once you get all those elements and you fight against them, you unlock the real ending where